In 2016, I lived in San Antonio, Texas, and now I reside in Dallas. And needless to say, there are a ton of differences that I'm going to discuss in this video for you guys today on the differences between San Antonio and Dallas. What's up, guys? My name is KMAC, and I'm your local and trusted real estate agent here in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. But today, I'm going to be discussing the differences between these two particular cities. And if you do by chance need a trusted realtor in San Antonio, don't worry, I've got you covered. So let's start with housing. In San Antonio, the median home price as of November 2023 was about $305,000. Now, comparatively in Dallas, the median home price was around $484,000. So what about rentals? Similar to housing, Dallas has a higher rental market as well compared to San Antonio. If you're looking to rent, your budget will definitely stretch further in San Antonio. Now, the next thing is crime. Now, both cities certainly have their fair share of crime, just like any major urban area. But according to recent statistics, Dallas has a violent crime rate that is somewhat higher than the national average. This includes crimes such as assaults, robberies, and homicides. Now, also when we're discussing Dallas, a lot of people can get misconstrued with the city of Dallas and talking about specifically downtown Dallas, which if you're looking at the north suburbs of Dallas, we're looking at very little to no crime. Now, if you're looking to move to San Antonio, the story is a bit different. Now, this city's overall crime rate, particularly for violent crimes, is comparable to Dallas. However, San Antonio has its own high crime areas, primarily the eastern and southeastern parts of the city. Now, when it comes to property crime, there is a noticeable difference. San Antonio has a higher rate of property crime compared to Dallas. This includes burglary, theft, and motor vehicle theft. Now, both cities certainly have made strides in improving safety, such as community policing, neighborhood watch programs, and investment in public safety initiatives are common in both Dallas and San Antonio. So generally speaking, if we're looking at crime in San Antonio versus Dallas, the biggest key factor here is make sure that you're doing your due diligence. And if you are relocating to the area, make sure that you're relocating to an area that you're comfortable with. Now, the next thing is the economy. And as most people know, Texas as a whole is the 8th largest economy in the world. So both Dallas and San Antonio have a ton to offer. But as far as the national average, Dallas is about 15% above the national average, while San Antonio is about 10% above. Now, one of the striking facts is the unemployment rate. Now, San Antonio's unemployment rate is notably lower than Dallas's, which could be a crucial factor for job seekers. Now, one thing that I can say when it comes to San Antonio specifically is there are a ton of military bases. Now, when we're talking military bases, that means individuals are already employed. Now, yes, Dallas certainly has different military bases, but in terms of percentage of actual population that live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or Dallas specifically, that are employed by a military base, comparatively to San Antonio, a large portion of San Antonio's population are military personnel. Now, both cities have their unique economic strengths. Dallas, for example, with its large corporate business presence and booming tech sector, San Antonio definitely has a diversified economy, and as I just mentioned, a lower unemployment rate. But whether you're a business owner, a professional, or looking for a new job opportunity, I believe both Dallas and San Antonio have a ton to offer. But I'm a little biased. I live in Dallas, moved to Dallas. I'm totally kidding, kind of. But let's jump over to things to do. Now, Dallas is known for its modern urban appeal, is a hub for arts, culture, and sports. The city is home to a world-class museum, the Dallas Museum of Art, and dynamic performing arts venues such as the Arts District. Now, sports enthusiasts such as myself can revel in the excitement of watching either the Dallas Cowboys football team or the Dallas Mavericks, or maybe even the Dallas Stars if you're a hockey fan. Dallas isn't just about arts and sports. It boasts a range of outdoor activities with its numerous parks and lakes, ideal for those who love a bit of nature within the city. Now, when we're talking about San Antonio offers a rich blend of history and festivity. The city's crown jewel, the Riverwalk, is lined with great cafes, shops, and vibrant cultural events. Each city certainly brings its unique flavor of Texan life, offering endless possibilities for exploration and enjoyment. But in my personal opinion, Dallas certainly offers a little bit more here than San Antonio. The main reason is because you have the city of Fort Worth right alongside the city of Dallas. San Antonio itself is just one particular city. Now let's jump into the fun topic that is traffic. Well, as you know, Dallas traffic is a well-known issue, especially during rush hours. Now, me specifically, I live in East Dallas and traffic can be a nightmare. Drivers tend to be a little bit more fast and more aggressive here in the city of Dallas, so being on the road here requires alertness and a bit of patience, especially in peak hours. Now, comparatively to San Antonio, they still have heavy traffic, but it's a little different. The city's traffic is often less intense compared to Dallas. However, areas like I-35 and 281 can still see a significant amount of congestion. Now, if you do live in San Antonio, you may disagree a little bit here, but in general, comparatively to Dallas, San Antonio drivers are a little bit more relaxed. The pace of driving here is generally slower, reflecting the city's kind of overall laid-back atmosphere. Now, both cities are certainly continuing to work on improvements with their roads and the infrastructure. This means frequent construction, which again can add to the traffic woes. Now, one thing that is good and maybe a little bit bad about the Dallas-Fort Worth area as a whole is there are a ton of different options outside of just freeways specifically. We're talking tollways or expressways. Now, these can get you to your ideal destination much quicker, but there's going to be a cost associated with it. Now when it comes to tolls, the city of San Antonio may still have a toll road here or there, but it certainly doesn't compare to the city of Dallas, where you've got essentially toll roads all over the entire city. Now let's move over to climate or weather. Well, if you're moving to Texas, I got some bad news or maybe some good news for you. It's gonna be hot. Now in regards to Dallas specifically, yes, temperatures oftentimes are gonna soar above 100 degrees. Dallas is often prone to extreme weather events such as hailstorms and ice storms as well. Now the heat can be intense during July and August, making air conditioning a must-have. However, Dallas also offers beautiful spring and fall seasons with almost perfect temperatures. Now moving south to San Antonio, the climate is slightly different. Now it certainly shares the hot summers similar to Dallas, with temperatures mostly in the 90s and sometimes getting into the 100 plus. However, when it comes to San Antonio, you're talking about a little bit more or potentially a lot more humidity. Now the issue with humidity is it oftentimes can make it even feel hotter than what it would be in Dallas. And I may not know you personally, but I personally don't enjoy humidity. I love the fact that Dallas has a lot less humid summers than the city of San Antonio. Now in regards to the winters, San Antonio's winters are milder and a little less prone to the icy conditions that occasionally strike Dallas. Now if you're looking at the map of Texas as a whole, the further north that you go in the state, you're gonna have a little bit more traditional winters. Now if you go further south, such as San Antonio or Houston, you're gonna get a lot milder winters, meaning essentially no probability of having snow and not very good chance of having any kind of ice storms that Dallas experienced just a couple years back. Now let's talk about sports, my favorite subject as a whole. Now, Dallas is a sports paradise. The city is home to the world famous Dallas Cowboys in the NFL, a symbol of American football. They're also the home of the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA, but it's not just about football and basketball. Dallas also has a professional baseball team, the Texas Rangers, which are also the reigning champs from this past year. In addition to those three professional teams, they also host the Dallas Stars, which is a hockey team, FC Dallas, which is a Major League Soccer team, as well as a minor league baseball team in the north suburbs. So needless to say, if you're looking for a destination or place to live that is not lacking whatsoever when it comes to professional sports, Dallas is a perfect city. Additionally, Dallas also hosts various sporting events, including golf tournaments. We've got the headquarters of PGA Golf, marathons, college sports, and tons of sporting events. Now, in regards to San Antonio, it may not have all the professional sports that Dallas may have, but it does have one professional sports team, and that's going to be the San Antonio Spurs. Almost every single individual, if they are a sports fan in general and live in San Antonio, they take advantage of the San Antonio Spurs because, as I just mentioned, it's the lone professional sports team in San Antonio. Now, both Dallas and San Antonio have unique offerings when it comes to sports. Dallas provides basically everything you could imagine, while San Antonio thrives with its basketball scene. But at the end of the day, if you aren't a sports fan whatsoever, then this is really a non-factor. So let's jump over to transportation. Now in Dallas, you have two major airports. Now I personally love DFW. It's one of the busiest airports in the world and serves as a major hub with flights connecting essentially you to anywhere else in the entire world that you may want to go to. We're talking domestic or international. Now moving over to Love Field, it's a little bit smaller and more of a convenient option for domestic travel. It's closer to downtown Dallas, making it a favorite for business travelers and those looking to quickly access the city center. Now moving over to San Antonio, the primary airport is going to be San Antonio International Airport. And although it is much smaller than the DFW International Airport, it still offers a comfortable and efficient travel experience with a variety of domestic options and maybe a little less international options. Now, what San Antonio International Airport is really known for is its ease of navigation and shorter wait times, a plus for those who prefer a more relaxed airport experience. The airport is also conveniently located near downtown San Antonio, providing easy access to the city. Now, my own personal opinion is a lot of the San Antonio flights will wind up flying to DFW, and then from DFW out to an international destination. I personally love living in Dallas because the majority of the time I know I can take one particular flight as a non-stop to whatever kind of destination I want to go to. Now, in conclusion, it's really gonna come down to what you prefer. Now, if you're looking for a little bit slower city, a little bit more relaxed and not crazy traffic and crazy people rushing from point A to point B, San Antonio, I tell people, is a city that you really move to kind of wind down and start a family, or just slow down when it comes to your life in general. Me specifically, when I lived in San Antonio though, I was a single guy. I was someone that was trying to build a business, and it really wasn't the right city for me. So that's why I opted to move to Dallas. And now I flourished in the city of Dallas with opening up my own business, excelling in the business sector. And now I'm to a point after living here quite some time that I'm ready to move to the suburbs and start to settle down a little bit. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you do have any questions about San Antonio specifically or Dallas, as I mentioned before, I've lived in both cities and would love to help you. Feel free to reach out in the comment section below or reach out to me privately. My link is in the description below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help, and stay tuned for the next video.